set that to desktop. Okay, now I want to go back into options again, so I have to go. Record entire screen is selected because I want to record my entire screen. Then I'm going to go over to the options window here, and I'm going to click that. And up comes the options window. And in options, at the top, save to, I want to set that to desktop.
Jesus, I've been doing a video for my, I can never get into this. Some of these blokes make so much fucking money, but I'm trying to make a video for my nomenclature, Martin, IELTS students on Keynote now, trying to give that a go. But like, it's just not even a click away, right, to do a video. Like, you've got to go through this whole myriad of crap.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to quickly record your Keynote slideshow with all of its builds, animations, and effects, along with a webcam shot using just QuickTime Player for the Mac and Keynote's Play Slideshow in Window feature. This is a quick and easy way to create video presentations and lecture-style learning videos. Let's jump in. All right, I'm going to start things off here in Keynote. I'm using Keynote version 10.3.9. Now, you need Keynote version 10.1 or later in order to follow this tutorial. Okay, so
same as I had for my webcam shot down here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to record your Apple Keynote presentation along with your webcam to create an engaging picture-in-picture video. Hey, it's Mike with more tips and tutorials to help you create great video for your YouTube channel, your video marketing, or online courses. Thank you so much for being here. And if you haven't already, hit that big subscribe button. And don't forget to click the little bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Apple Keynote is slick presentation software, but it's also a powerful, low-cost video creation tool. But what's missing from Keynote, at least at the time of this recording, is the ability to record your webcam while you're recording your presentation. Having your face on camera while you go through your presentation can make your content feel more personal. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to record your Keynote presentation along with your webcam, then combine them into a picture-in-picture video with the help of QuickTime Player and iMovie, applications like Keynote that come bundled with a Mac computer. So let's jump into it. So here we are in Keynote, and I have this presentation that I want to record to video, including my webcam or face cam shot. So let's just take a quick look at this presentation. I'll do that by going up to the top toolbar and selecting play. And we'll step through with the forward arrow key. And you can see my presentation here has animations or builds that come on that reveal the content. And I want to include this in my recorded video. So I'll hit escape to get out of that, playback. So the first thing I'm going to do is launch QuickTime Player to make all of this work. So I'll go up to the top menu bar here on the top right, and I'll select Spotlight Search, this magnifying glass icon. I'll start typing in QuickTime. And there's QuickTime Player in the search results. I'll double click that to launch it. So the first element I want to set up is my webcam or my face cam shot. So to do that, I'm going to go up to the QuickTime menu, and under File, I'm going to select New Movie Recording. And up pops this big window with my webcam shot. I'm going to size this down a little bit here. And so this is the movie recording window, and it has several settings. Beside this big record button, this down arrow, you can select the camera you want to use for the recording. In my case, it's the Logitech C920 webcam. You can also select the microphone. And right now I'm using the Audio Technica 2020 USB Plus. That's what you're listening to right now. And then here under quality, I have maximum selected. And the reason is I want QuickTime Player to record the maximum resolution of my webcam so that I have some flexibility later on in the process, as you'll see later. So I'll leave that at maximum. And so now this is my face, that to desktop, or your Keynote slideshow with all of its builds, animations, and effects, along with a webcam shot using just QuickTime Player for the Mac and Keynote's Play Slideshow in Window feature. This is a quick and easy way to create video presentations and lecture-style learning videos. Let's jump in. All right, I'm going to start things off here in Keynote. I'm using Keynote version 10.3.9. Now, you need Keynote version 10.1 or later in order to follow this tutorial. Okay, so I've got my good old demo project here. I'll quickly play it by going up to the top toolbar and selecting the play button right here. And Keynote goes into full screen mode. I'll hit the forward arrow key to advance through my slideshow, and you can see there are various animations or builds. Now, in order for these animations or builds to play, you have to be in playback mode in Keynote. So I'll just hit escape to get out of playback mode. So I've got this slideshow, and now I want to add my talking head or a video narration to my slideshow using my webcam, and to record the whole thing as a video that I can share. So to do that, I'm going to use QuickTime Player. But first, I need to set up a few things. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top menu bar here in Keynote and select Play Slideshow in Window. This is the new feature that came out in Keynote 10.1 and is the key to the method I'm showing you. I'll select it, and this window pops up that contains my slideshow. Now, with this window active, when I hit the forward arrow key, you see my slideshow plays with all its animations. Now, the beauty of this feature is now I can play my Keynote slideshow with all of its effects and animations and still have access to other applications on my Mac, like Zoom, OBS, and QuickTime Player, as you'll see. Now, if you want to close this playback window, you just hit the escape key, and you're back in the Keynote editing interface. I'm going to go back to the top menu and select Play Slideshow in Window to bring back my slideshow window. Now, you can change the size of this playback window by just clicking and dragging on the corners to resize it. Now, when I drag out my window to the boundaries of my screen here, you'll see these black bars appear on the sides. Now, I've tried changing different settings in Keynote settings and the slide settings, but these bars continue to appear. Seems to be a quirk of the playback window. Now, it's not a huge problem. You can just get rid of these bars by simply clicking and dragging, and then just center up the playback window on the screen. All right, with my Keynote slideshow window ready to go, I'm next going to set up my webcam shot. And to do that, I'm going to launch QuickTime Player. Now, there's a number of ways you can launch QuickTime Player. You can use the Finder, or you can use the Launchpad, or you can use the keyboard shortcut Command Spacebar to bring up Spotlight Search. And then I'll start typing QuickTime, and you can see QuickTime Player appears. I'll hit Turn, and that launches QuickTime Player. Then I'm going to go up to the top menu here in QuickTime Player and select File, New Movie Recording. and up pops my webcam feed. Now, if you're not seeing your webcam, make sure your webcam's plugged in first. And then also go down here to the options setting of the QuickTime Movie player beside the record button here. If you click this little arrow, you'll get some settings. And under camera, make sure that your camera is selected. In my case, it's the Logitech Brio. Don't worry about microphone because we're not going to be recording audio through the QuickTime Movie player. And down here in quality, I have it set to high. High records a 720p HD video, which is fine for my purposes. I don't need maximum, which gives me a 1080p and a much bigger file size, because I'm going to be squishing down my QuickTime window into the corner of the screen. 720p or the high setting is fine, so I'll leave that there. And I'll click and drag the corner of my QuickTime Movie window to shrink it all the way down. And then I'll click and drag it and place it just down here in the corner of my slideshow. Or I could even place it over this way a bit, but I'll just leave it right there. Okay, so a couple things about this QuickTime player window that are important. One thing you just saw, if I mouse over this window, you'll see the title bar of the movie window appears, as well as the controls, which is not what you really want to have show in your recording. So while you're giving your presentation or delivering your slideshow, make sure you avoid mousing over this window and having this stuff appear. One other important thing, when you're running your slideshow here in this Keynote playback window, you have to make sure that the window is active in order to use it. So if I click on this window to make it active, watch what happens. My QuickTime Movie window disappears. That's not going to work. Well, my QuickTime Movie window did not disappear. It's actually sitting underneath of this Keynote playback window. So I'll just shrink that down, and there's my QuickTime Movie window. So to prevent this from happening while you're making your recording, with your QuickTime Movie recording window open, go up to the QuickTime menu, the top, and select View, Float on Top. Now, your QuickTime Movie window will stay on top of this Keynote slideshow playback window. So even when it's active, my QuickTime Movie window is still on top. Okay, now I'm ready to record. Now to record this arrangement, I'm going to use QuickTime Player's screen recording application, Screenshot. So to bring up Screenshot, I'm going to select my movie window to make QuickTime Player active. Then I'll go up to the top menu here and select File, New Screen Recording. And up pops the Screenshot interface down here. Now looking at this interface, I'm going to make sure, first of all, that Record Entire Screen is selected because I want to record my entire screen. Then I'm going to go over to the Options window here, and I'm going to click that. And up comes the Options window. And in Options, at the top, Save To, I want to set that to Desktop. Okay, now I want to go back into Options again, so I have to go back down and click it to open it up. And I see the timer is set to 5 seconds, and that's fine. I'll leave it there. You can select no timer or 10 seconds. And then down here in the microphone, now this is very important because this is the microphone that's going to record your voiceover for the screen recording that's going to go with this entire video. So you want to make sure you select the microphone that you're going to use. So in my case, that's the Rode NT USB Mini. Then down here in the options section, I want to make sure Show Floating Thumbnail is selected. What this does is when I'm finished my recording, a thumbnail of my recording will appear briefly on screen for about 5 seconds that I can click, and then I can review my recording or do some editing, as I'll show you later. Okay, so with my settings all the way I want them,
go down to options to click off of that. And now I'm ready to record. And I can do that either by pressing this record